No. No.
What is up, everybody? My name is Adam. This is the haunting of Point Pleasant by the Mothman. So who is the Mothman? The Mothman began in this remote corner of West Virginia on November 15th, 1966. So a couple reports seeing a humanoid creature that's tall, muscular, thin, and has a wingspan and red eyes, these fiery red eyes. And they report this to the local authorities. And then a newspaper prints it, and the story just kind of takes off. And then everybody in Point Pleasant is reporting sighting of this humanoid creature. And they're all kind of reporting the same thing. A tall, black, slender, muscular figure with a crazy wingspan and these red, fiery eyes. Everybody's talking about these red, fiery eyes. And it just kind of takes off. Everybody in Point Pleasant seems to have a sighting of this humanoid Mothman. So then it's just kind of a local legend at this point. It's just a regional thing, West Virginia folklore kind of. But then in 1975, John Keel writes a book called The Mothman Prophecies. And he connects something that happened in West Virginia, in this area, Point Pleasant, the collapse of the Silver Bridge in December of 1967. He connects that to kind of the supernatural, the Mothman. And he sort of says the Mothman is the reason this bridge collapses. And then the Mothman kind of takes on the national stage after this book, The Mothman Prophecies, is published in 1975. And it's just a crazy story. 46 people died on that Silver Bridge. It's a pretty tragic event. Tying it to the Mothman sightings that were happening the previous year pretty consistently isn't a far stretch, really. So then the Mothman took on even more of a legendary status in 2002 when a Hollywood movie came out with the same name as John Keel's book, The Mothman Prophecies, starring Richard Gere. This really put the Mothman on the national stage, and people were pretty freaked out by this movie. In the beginning of the movie, it says this is based on true events. Few movies were coming out that were based on true paranormal activities, and people considered this to be like legit. So your best chance for finding the Mothman now is in the TNT area, it's called. So it's the TNT Dome. And it's an old World War II munitions plant. But that's where the initial sighting was for the Mothman. That's where I'm heading. And I'm hoping to see this fiery-eyed Mothman, the culprit for the Silver Bridge collapse, the culprit for terrorizing a small town in West Virginia for a full year. But we're going to find out how much truth there is to this.
So this is kind of the Mothman Woods here. And it just keeps going this way, keeps going this way. And it is a roar. So supposedly straight ahead here is what I'm looking for, which is the TNT Dome. And basically I'm just looking for anything Mothman related. So even now it's like Mothman says hi. Go to Cooters. Wherever Cooters is. Mothman. So you got like the red eyes here. Mothman is a real story. That's what it says in the corner. Mothman is real. Mothman smooch. Alright, so this is where we're going. So yeah, apparently the Dome TNT entrance is this way. I usually carry more with me. I usually have more equipment with me. I'm packing light because I'm under the threat of severe storms tonight. And it's going to be 3 days of storms in this area. And to be honest with you, I don't have the time to stay here 3 days for this story. So I got to try and shoot this while I've got a break from the rain. It's been a pretty crazy, it's been a pretty crazy Midwestern trip. A lot of tornadoes, it's warnings and stuff. So here, sort of creepy, right? And we're coming to where Mothman lives. You can see over here those creepy eyes. Here, I'll have to zoom in. I bet that's freaky at night, to be honest. This is where he was seen. Wow, first sightings. I'm surprised there's not as much Mothman stuff on here, if I'm honest. You got an arrow there. Might as well, right? And then another arrow down. Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? So I don't even know if anybody's in here. It's kind of got a creep. Oh, it echoes. It says hell. Hell no. There's a Mothman there. Crazy echo in here. It's creepy in here. Like, aside from, Mothman, this is just a creepy place. Crucifix. That noise. So apparently this was a bunker, World War II. I'm not sure why West Virginia was worried about World War II. They're pretty inland. I thought I'd see way more Mothman stuff. There's only like a few real Mothman type things. Thought there'd be way more. So let's see. That's just anarchy. You see that everywhere. Some Jesus stickers. This is the attempted communication between myself and the Mothman. I am here at the first spotting of Mothman, and where legend would have it, he still inhabits. This attempted communication will have 4 parts. The first part, I will use a voice recording device to try and communicate with the Mothman. 2, I will use my REM pod to try and see if there's any activity, paranormal activity, in the Mothman's home. 3rd, I'll use a bell to try and communicate with the entity known as the Mothman. 4th, I'll use a Ouija board as a channel to try and communicate with the Mothman. Start with phase 1. My name is Adam. I am reaching out to the entity known as the Mothman. If you're here, let it be known. I'm putting a silver recorder on the ground. Please speak into this silver recorder. Are you a dead spirit? Mothman, who are you really? Am I in danger?
My name is Adam. I'm reaching out to the entity known as the Mothman. If you're here, let it be known. I'm putting a silver recorder on the ground. Please speak into this silver recorder. Are you a dead spirit? Mothman, who are you really? Am I in danger?
We'll now try the REM pod, phase 2. The problem is there's a lot of droplets falling from the ceiling. So I think the REM pod is going to pick up some things, but we're going to try it. First, let's make sure the REM pod is working properly. Temperature 0, range 0, and then I'm going to set the range at all 4. Mothman. I don't believe in you.
you can hear me, walk towards me. Mothman, you'll see a red light like your eyes on the ground. Please walk towards it. Again. It's a red light on the ground. Mothman, please walk towards it. Nothing from the REM pod. No activity at all. Moving on to phase 3, silver bell. Mothman, if you can hear me, I've placed a silver bell on the ground. It's silver. If you can hear me, ring it now. Mothman, or any entities. I've placed a silver bell on the ground with a black handle. If you can hear me, ring that bell. Just for the record, the REM pod is still behind me. I would put it in the center of the room, but there's too much rain falling down. The bell's there, so Mothman, plenty of ways for you to communicate with me right now. I think instead of the Ouija board, just because the ground is so wet, we'll just do a general communication. Mothman, if you're here, let it be known. You may walk towards the red light on the ground. You may ring the silver bell. You may say something. You may touch me. You may show your eyes. No. No. Did that just fall over? I can't believe that red thing opened. I cannot believe that thing is. That's creepy. I'll see you in the next video.